Why is nobody doing that? Sorry, yeah, what is up? And we're back again. We go again with another Fitness Friday. Yeah. Yeah. Do it. Anyway, we're gonna roll into it, and so with that, we talked about getting into exercising. We talked about finding the right pair of shoes. We've talked about not letting other people's stories affect yours. And you know what we're gonna talk about now? No, because I don't either. I'm just joking. We're gonna talk about pretty much getting into running, because that's something I feel like I know a lot more about, especially because I've talked about shoes, and so that might be a very good thing to follow up. And I should have probably followed that up right after that one, because that is very central. You can't run well if you don't have the right pair of shoes. You know what I mean? Anyway, no. So yeah, definitely before you just start running, unless you run barefoot, that is a thing. People do run barefoot. I'm not that person. I don't like it at all. It hurts me. But people do. So if you like it, do it. I would definitely recommend like studying it first before doing it, because I guess you can just tolerate pain, but I just don't like running on rocks. Gravel is not fun. You hear? But no, yeah, seriously, definitely check that out if you are interested in barefoot running. There is a science behind it. I know nothing about it because it does. I've ran barefooted before, and I hate everything about it. So yeah, that's just me. Not gonna discourage it or not recommend it because it works for some people, but for me, no, it doesn't. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna talk about that. So definitely check out that video, and definitely go check out a nearby shoe store. Not just any shoe store, a shoe store that specifies in running, and they'll be able to help you out there. But anyway, so we're gonna talk about getting into running. And so with this, you don't want to start out just like balls to the walls, going ham. You don't want to do that. You burn out very quickly. And plus, if you haven't ran or had done any activity in that regard, it's going to be hard to do that. So with that, the best thing it's plain and simple. Take baby steps. Take baby steps. Unless you're like a teenager that's athletic and have like done sports like soccer and stuff like that, and you're just thinking about running and you're wanting to get into it, then yeah, you can consider probably testing your threshold a little bit more. But for people that haven't really done it, I would highly recommend taking baby steps. Don't dive the fuck in. Don't do it. You'll hurt yourself immediately. Not even like subtly too. You'll like harm yourself, and then you'll even end up taking, what the heck? Oh, sorry. Little candid moment of me finding stuff in my pockets. New topic to do videos on. What does Panic have in his flipping pockets? I don't know. Nothing right now anymore. Anyway, ADHD. Let's do it. Yeah. So anyway, back to it. No, seriously, it's like if you're new to like running, exercising, all of the above, like you haven't really done any of it, and you're not in like, let's say, I'm not poking fun at weight. I'm not. If you want to be a part of this, by all means, go for it. If you don't. I'm not trying to tell you to do something. I'm just trying to be helpful. So if you weigh on the bigger end of the scale, I'm not going to call you that. I'm not going to say anything bad about you, like, because I don't actually care about weight. Weight is just a number, and it just ultimately it just really comes down to how you feel. So that's just how I think about it. It's like, because it's like personality and everything like that, I don't really think it plays a factor. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, all that yeah, gibberish and everything like that. So anyway, to continue on, if you are on the bigger end of the scale, and you're not used to doing like walking or anything like that, that's what I would recommend, walking. Like if you have a gym membership, the next thing I would recommend is probably doing a combo of just walking and Stairmaster. Stairmaster is a good way to do cardio in a way that does accelerate your heart rate very quickly. especially if you do it for like 10-20 minutes. It'll knock your ass out. Yeah, it will. And yeah, no, stair climbing is not something to mess with. And so it's like, yeah, and then do that with walking. And then, you know, as you build that confidence, as you build, like, you're able to walk and like not stop or not be heavy breathing and stuff like that. And I would introduce jogging, and then, you know, testing that out, testing how far you can go just light jogging without stopping and everything like that. And then as you just, seriously, it's that simple. This is how you get into running. And I'm talking basics of basics. We'll talk more advanced stuff when you want to. Like if you want to do a half marathon, or if you want to do a decent 5K time, or if you want to do a decent 10K, whatever marathon, don't listen to me for marathon advice. I could probably do up to half. And that's probably where I would be able to help show someone where to excel in those ranges. So like high school, if you do track, so like 2 mile, I can help with that. Mile, I'm not the fastest person, so I would probably bring my brother on to talk about both my brothers, actually, they're twins, and so I would probably bring them on to talk about that. But yeah, anything past the 2 mile, I would highly be able to help in and talk like recommendations and everything like that, and just help like get you faster, get you quicker and everything, and how to plan out a race in that regard. But that's much later on. Like, I'm not talking about like beginner steps of like running and everything like that. I'm talking about like, you know, like that's much later on, once you've established that you've got the basics of running down and you want to, you know, chase goals and everything like that. Like that's it. We'll talk about advanced stuff later in that point in time and when we get this rolling. But yeah, no, right now we're just talking about the basics, and there's only one step. You want to take baby steps. Obviously, yeah, there's more than one step. You want to be consistent and with your baby steps, and you don't want to be stuck. You don't want to be stuck doing something that you can push past. So like, have confidence in yourself. And I know it's a lot harder said. Well, easier said. Nothing's hard to say. Anyway, it's a lot easier said, especially in an area that you're sensitive about, insecure about, and everything like that. I understand completely. But yeah, seriously, like it's all about baby steps. You don't want to rush into this. Like when it comes to running, excuse me, when it comes to running, yeah, you do not want to rush in this, like at all. It's something that you do want to take your time. It's essentially what everyone says. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And legitimately, like, you want to treat running like that. If you want to get into running, you want to treat it like it's a marathon. You want to have like a year plan. You don't want to do it. It's like, where can I be in a month or two? You'll see that as you develop towards your year plan. So yeah, take baby steps. And then when you get to the point that, you know, you're running a couple of miles here consecutively, like without stopping, that's when I would essentially encourage like going into the advanced territory of running. Because at that point, if you could run 2-3 miles, 4 miles without stopping, and it's a decent pace, you know, like 9 minutes a mile, you know, that's pretty chill. So when you get to that point, and then you can even run a little bit further, maybe like 6 at 9 minutes pace, dude, yeah, you're there. Yeah, you've got the basics down, and so at that point we can look into exploring the advanced. But yeah, that's mainly all I have to say about this. It's just 100% keep to the basics, take baby steps, know when you've reached the limit, and then not be unsatisfied. Don't be unmotivated by that when you've reached the limit, because that's what you want to see with this. You want to test your limits. You want to see where you can push your thresholds and then get comfortable in that limit. You don't want to just try to get comfortable in a limit that's past your limit. It's like, that's an idea, but I've never seen that be helpful when you're starting out. I see that more helping you burn out and everything like that. But yeah, anyway, that's all I got for you in the basic steps of getting into running and whatnot. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments below. If you feel led to in any way, feel led to like, dislike, subscribe, I don't care. Really, this is something I want to do. It's like, obviously, like I said in one of my videos, I don't put stuff on the internet for not wanting attention. I do want attention. which is why I do this. It's like I feel comfortable with this, and it's like, please. But I have a bigger why behind it, and it's like I just want to be of help to anyone. It doesn't have to be a mass people. It just has to be one person, and that's all I care to reach right now. If I like probably forever. That's probably what I will care to always reach for, because if I'm helping one person a day, then that's all I can do. It's like I don't really care. Like, this is not something I want to be big. If it gets there, it gets there, and then I'll handle it when it gets there. But right now, it's just something I'm enjoying doing. I like making videos, whether they're the most basic of all kind, but someone gets something out of it, then my day is made, and that's all I care about. But anyway, as always, we always end with this. Have a great Friday, everyone. Okay? Whether it be morning, night, lunch, I don't know. It can only be Friday. I don't care. Just have a great Friday. Because I'm having one. So yeah. Have a great Friday, guys. Okay? Have a great Friday. Woo! See you in the next video. Peace.